It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back to Passion and Purpose. This is your plug-in. September is vitally important from an awareness perspective, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. And today we are joined by someone who truly understands the power of turning pain into purpose. Dr. Natasche Daniels is not only a medical doctor and a childhood cancer survivor, she is also now one of Cupcakes of Hope's dedicated volunteer bakers, known as Cupcake Angels. Yes, we gave it away a little bit earlier. You can give her a big round of applause. I'm always looking for our studio audience. One day they're going to give me a live studio audience.
You deserve one.
Maybe even the Ndlovu Youth Choir. No, you deserve a live studio audience, my friend. So good to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being here. I know this is... It's a difficult thing having an awareness month like this. We should be focused on this every day, but we don't have enough pieces of the pie to spread around. So when we get an opportunity to scream it from the rooftops, we do that. You guys do it in the coolest way. The branding is amazing, but the movement below that seems to have gotten a lot of traction, which is the best validation. Talk us through what you guys are and do.
So Cupcakes of Hope, more than anything, I think, is a family, right? We are a nationwide community that has one goal and purpose, and that is basically to spread awareness about childhood cancer and then also to support families who are walking through this journey. And how do we do that? It's very simple. We bake cupcakes.
We bake, baby. We bake.
Just bake some cupcakes, right? So Cupcakes of Hope is actually started more than a decade ago. And it started as a simple fundraiser just to raise money for medical equipment for a young child. And what started so small has now grown into this big movement of love and action. And we actually support more than 200 patients every single month.
And their families.
Exactly.
And their families.
Yes. So that includes medical bills and also all the expenses that we don't think about, right? Like transport, nutritional food, medical equipment, and then also just making some birthday specials or
intention. And I think we often forget what it's like. If you spend time at Tygerberg, at the Children's Hospital, Red Cross, in these spaces, I love the kids, and I obviously being a parent, I'm drawn to them, but I often find myself sitting with the parents more often, trying to get an understanding of what they're going through. You have got a unique understanding of this space through your own journey.
Yes.
Maybe being a doctor was to get you to this point so you could get back in the kitchen and start baking. I mean, we can joke about it now, but I would imagine you have to go through some pretty difficult moments looking back through your own journey when applying it to this space.
Yes, definitely. So, I've come quite a long way. When I was 15 years old, I was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia. So that is actually one of the most common childhood cancers that there is. And my symptoms were very vague during that time. I was just tired all the time, and I was also very pale. And we went from doctor to doctor to doctor, and eventually I received my diagnosis. So I think at that age, you are just shocked because people don't think that, young people get cancer.
At 15, the world is a lot.
Exactly. Being a teenager is already so overwhelming.
Completely.
And now you throw cancer in the mix, and it was just it was a very difficult time, definitely. Yeah.
What got you through it? You and your family, what do you think was at the heart of your recovery?
So you know what? It's so important what you highlighted now. When somebody gets sick, right? It's not just the patient, it is the entire family.
The mom who has to give up work.
Exactly. All right. Where are we going to get the money from? Where are we going to get the time? Who's going to look after the child in hospital and the child at home? There's a lot of factors that we don't really think about, right? And I think, like we said, being a teenager, it was difficult because you're trying to navigate puberty, who you are, friendships, high school.
Identity hasn't
Exactly.
even set in
Yes.
properly, yeah.
But all of that sort of had to pause because I had to focus on my health. And I remember during that time, I sort of felt robbed of my teenage years because you see what everyone else is doing and you can't do that, right? And you keep asking, why me, or what did I do to deserve this? And I think that is sort of something natural that anybody with a chronic illness might think. But I think throughout this journey, you have good days and you have bad days that make you appreciate the good days.
Good days, yeah,
yes,
the light and the
definitely.
dark, yeah.
And I think if you focus on the good tends to multiply, And walking through this journey, especially because I was placed in a pediatric ward. So I was 15, but I was with all these 6 and 5-year-olds. And the resilience and the perspective and the power that these children showed was so motivating for me, you know, and just
They
the
were your
support.
teachers.
Yes.
You've said this word why so many times, and if I think of the reason why people come into TV land, it's when you discover purpose.
Exactly.
That journey, if it's going to force you to ask why so many times, you have discovered your purpose through that. So I'm so glad that you have come to this full circle moment. Lest we forget, there is some baking to be done. So I've no doubt Carissa's got some very emotional questions to ask as well. But most importantly, can we bake cupcakes? We will learn this morning so we can become an angel ourselves. But I love the fact that we have got something very practical, very small, each of us can do right now as we broach this very big problem. But we're all one community, one family. I like that a lot. Let's make cupcakes.
Yes.